Hi there, so in this short video I'm going to talk you through what's involved in recording a live test with what users do. You see that we've got through to the test and the screen recorder is ready to launch with the start recording button up there. One just quick thing to point out is that you'll see a show exit question button on the main what users do screen. Once you've uploaded your video, or as your video uploads, you'll need to return to this screen and show the exit question. No need to do that until you've actually finished the test. So let's go ahead and hit start recording. And there's a 3-second countdown before it starts and the first task is shown. You see up on the right hand side I've got one of 5 functions to follow in a smaller box and some other controllers in here. I can pause the screen recorder and I can keep an eye on my sound levels here as well. You'll see that instructions are categorized. The first instruction that I have in this test is called special requirements. These are often things that you might need to set up just at the very start of the test. So it could be that the customer asks you to use a specific browser, for instance. This one says make sure you know your summer school holidays dates for this test. Actually, as it happens, I do know those. I know that they run from the end of July until the end of August. So I click on next to go to the next instruction, instruction 2 of 5. This is a scenario. Now, a scenario is our customer's attempt to try and get you into the mindset of what you might be doing if you use their website or app. So this one says, I'm thinking, or you're thinking of holidaying in Queensland, Australia in the school summer holidays, and are thinking about how much it might cost. Before I quickly move on to the next instruction, it's worth pointing out that you can't move in between the instructions. So you can only go next, you can't go backwards. So it's important that you understand instructions and complete them before moving on. So let me press next now. And I need to go to this link, which is looks like it's the Cathay Pacific site. So I'll click on that and that should open in my browser, which it's now doing. Of course, the most important thing to remember when you're running a what users do test is to think aloud. What we mean by think aloud is not to say much what you're doing, but because we can see that on the screen when your video uploads, but to actually say what you're thinking. So as this site loads, and because it's taking a little while, I might actually say, that's taking a while to load. It's I would expect a website usually to come up a lot faster than that. So let's go ahead to the next instruction, and this is a task to complete. So task to complete, unsurprisingly, means that it's something you need to try and so my task is the price of return is Newcastle this August to Cairns, so the party you normally try thinking aloud as I do it. So the first thing I'm doing, where I could put in flight details. Okay, so I'll put them in here. Oops, it's just popped up. That was a bit difficult to get my mouse into that box. So from Newcastle to Cairns in Australia, okay, and August, so I'll probably just choose, now I've seen what you can do on some sites is you can just choose a whole month, and I don't know which one it was, but that's quite handy. But if you don't have, I don't actually have a specific date in August, I just want to go for, like, if it's that far, I guess 3 weeks. So I'll choose first, that's a Tuesday to the 1, 2, 3 weeks, Tuesday to Tuesday, and we'll go, whoops, I just selected that and it's popped back up to the top of the screen. So let me just go for premium economy, 2 adults, and we'll just go for 1 child in that. Okay, so I'm now looking for start or search flights button. There we go. So that seemed relatively straightforward to put that in around a little bit, which made a couple of the fields a bit tricky to click on, but so far so good. And I'm waiting for the prices to come back. So I do expect to take a little while. Often that is the case on airline sites. It takes a little while for to get the numbers back. Still waiting for those. Still waiting, and I think that is quite a while. Yep, I honestly say that is now much longer than I would expect. Maybe the site's busy, maybe everybody's trying to go to Cairns. I think realistically, I wouldn't say I wouldn't not search for prices on the Cathay Pacific site, but I'd go and look somewhere else at this point. I think if it's real life, I don't think I could wait this long. Right, here we go. So I've got the prices back. Okay, well they popped in, and let's just see if I've. So the price is going to be about 3,500. What's unclear at the bottom of the screen as to whether that's. Sorry, 3,198. That's just in the box. It's total price for all passengers. Oh no, that isn't total price for all passengers. That's price for one passenger. Okay, fine. So I think I've completed that task. See that there's now a question that says, "Did you complete this successfully?" And and I think I did. I mean, it might have been a bit slow, a lot slower than I expected, but yes, I did. And how difficult was it? Well, it wasn't very easy or moderate. It was about in the middle. It wasn't like, but it takes a little while to do. When you're answering these questions after each task, there are no prizes for saying that something's extremely easy when it wasn't, or difficult when it wasn't as well. Just be as honest as you usually are. The next question is a verbal response. Now, so the other types of questions, such as tasks that you get, is sometimes they're not always categorized correctly. So it may say verbal response at the top, and occasionally they ask you to do something in there. But typically on a verbal response, you need to answer a